These students have more understanding of the document and the principles and the application than your average citizen walking around and going into the voting booth.
It's nice to see generations figure out what the Constitution means for them. The Constitution for me means one thing, and it's going to largely mean the same thing to them, but they're going to put their own spin on it. They're going to put their own nuances on it. They're going to put their own life experiences on it. And it's very exciting, very fun, very interesting to see how these young people think about their lives and how they think about what their civic livelihood is all about.
I hope they will take away just a heightened enthusiasm for their system, an appreciation for the heritage that they have, a greater appreciation for the ideals of the system, clear acknowledgement of the gap between the ideals and the reality, and a dedication to narrowing that gap.
As a teacher, I think that the value of the We the People curriculum is that students are learning how to back up their opinions with constitutional knowledge. So I think that any person has an opinion, but it's the fact that this curriculum makes them research and find out why they believe what they believe, and not just to say because I think so or because my parents said so, but this is what I believe because this is what I've learned. I think students, we're arming students with knowledge. And then the whole purpose of the program isn't to create lawyers or to create Republicans or Democrats, but to create good citizens.
When you're responding to these judges' questions, who are learned constitutional scholars, bench trial judges, Supreme Court justices, or state Supreme Court justices, professors of political science, I think the most gratifying experience is that you can sit there and you can hold a conversation with them.
I think it's important to learn about the Constitution because it helps us be better citizens in the future, and it makes us more involved in our community. I know on our team, almost the entire team helped with the campaigns this fall, and also I think it helps us be better prepared to be voters in the future.
The real reward is to see them take hold of their opportunities, invest themselves, their enthusiasm, their intelligence, their energy, their various talents, and really meet a challenge to decide that something is important to them and really go after it.
After learning about the Constitution, I realized that the founders did a really good job of making a government that worked, and we really haven't had to change it.
Whether it's in law or politics or in medicine, engineering, whatever area, they understand the importance of their role within society as a participating American. And to me, that's the key. That's what this is all about.
It felt wonderful because after all our work, we'd put in for 10 months, so much work getting up early once a week for school, and then to have it all come together and accomplish the goal that we had was wonderful.
It gives them a foundation, a breadth and a depth for understanding how they can affect change.
The idea of civic education and learning about the Constitution not only helps the people be informed, but it really helps us as a nation as a whole kind of move forward into the future.
At first, debating with the judges is really intimidating, but once you get the Once you get the first question answered, it gets to be really fun when you just get to show off all of the knowledge you've worked so hard to obtain.
Democracy is a dialogue, and that every generation needs to be able to speak and converse about it, and that together as a community, through our democratic values and traditions, we can be better human beings and enter in new ages of exciting challenges. Now I have the obligation, because I know these things, that I have to get involved in my community and push for better things to come.
The same principles that hold for being an alumni and being a coach and watching the students work it is just the love of the work and the intense rigor behind it. I think the same moment, it's fun seeing someone have the same aha moments. In a constitutional democracy, it's supposed to be about discourse. And now I have a class full of students who I can have this engaging talk with. We the people is the experience of knowing what you think. I think the hardest thing in the world is to know, how do I feel about this? I know what there is, but I don't know why it relates to me or if it affects me. And I think it's a program about understanding why you're a piece of the United States and what you have to offer.